Indeed, thanks Declan and thanks to Nigel. We are almost ready for off here in the Connacht Gold Senior Football Final, but firstly we are going to get ready and stand for our Rán Naveen. It is Ballaghaderreen looking to win the Moclair Cup for the first time since 2012, up against Ballintubber going for back-to-back titles. Well, there you have it, a powerful rendition of our Rán Naveen. There's a good crowd in here for this county senior football final. We see Ballaghaderreen in their predominantly white jerseys with the green writing on the back. They go into their huddle, and Ballintubber also in the huddle there inside their own 45-metre line as well. The man in the middle, as we spoke about earlier, comes from Castlebar Mitchells, Jerome Henry, a member of the GAA inter-county panel. This is his first senior county final to officiate in today as well. It's going to be a huge game. Will it be them in from the Tubber, the 8-13 on favourites, or Ballaghaderreen, the 7-4 outsiders? A draw is 13-2, and incidentally, the last year we had a draw was in 2006, and it involved Crossmline and Ballaghaderreen. Already interesting matchups. Nigel.
Yeah, looking to see where Sharose is going to play. Obviously Sharose went to midfielder more or less to go after Paddy Durkin the last day. Sharose is starting here at right half back. Killian, as I suggested, is starting at centre half back, being picked up by David Drake straight away. Yeah, David Drake has left his full back role, so that pushes Owen Jordan possibly into the full back. That's all been interesting. That's all been things we look forward to. The huge thing here is the midfield battles early doors, and how Ballintubber set up early if Ballaghaderreen get their hands on the ball.
Yeah, Darragh Kelly and Ryan Lynch up against Jason Gibbons and Junior O'Connor. Lorna Porca and Jerome Henry has us up and away in this county senior football final. Ballaghaderreen playing from left to right. We're coming live for a Saturday evening with thanks to Colin Cosgrave Cars and Westport. It's Ballaghaderreen in possession, coming live from the media tower side. Balla looking to get in on the ball early doors and get off to an explosive start like they did in that semi-final win over the Mitchells. They played into the centre in the large D now. Darragh Kelly looking for options, making the run. Sharose Akram, look at the speed he's made. Sharose is in space, he's going to go for goal. Out comes the keeper, great save, had to make himself big there, did Brendan Walsh, but that was a glorious opportunity.
Yeah, Sharose possibly could have fisted over the bar, got in behind Brian Walsh, and who's picking up here at right half back. Possibly should have taken his point, but he cut inside, had a goal at his left foot. Great save from the goalkeeper. Thought he might have touched it on the ground, and it might have been a 14-yard free in. But the first opportunity Ballaghaderreen had, they went at Ballintubber. Ballintubber got loads of bodies back, but a crossfield ball, diagonal ball, and Sharose is here again in the first side again. And they're keeping the game very wide.
Yeah, Sharose making these runs, but it's Ballaghaderreen now. Give it to their main man inside, Andy Moore, and Andy's going to turn, looking to get the opening score of the game, and that he does. That's the intent. Ballaghaderreen lads have laid down the marker.
Yeah, he's on. Gary Loftus is taking him up. Gary Loftus giving far too much space there out in front, and it's a brilliant start.
If you give Andy Moore that kind of space, there's only one result. He's going to kick points. He'll give them a fun all day. Ballintubber, as we talked about Nigel earlier and Michael D, if Ballaghaderreen get the quick ball in, that's the key. That was a quick ball and a great score from Andy.
Brendan Walsh with the kick out, gets plenty of distance on it, looking for his man Alan Plunkett, the man that's in starting course instead of Alan Dillon. We'll go through the teams for you in just a moment here now, as Ballintubber in possession with Rory O'Connor. Rory looking for support, gives it to Alan Plunkett. Ballaghaderreen men around him, has to play it back out now to Noel Geraghty, and it's going to be a free out for Ballaghaderreen. Careless enough from the Tubber, unlike them.
Yeah, maybe he's a bit unlucky there. I thought that he did try to put his foot underneath it. But again, the one thing Ballaghaderreen have, we're all talking about the Ballintubber defensive wall. Ballaghaderreen have loads of pace and they're able to get bodies back quickly, and the likes of Sharose and everything else, and it worked well for them there.
I think it's the pace they have, Nigel, exactly as you said. They're able to get up and on the pitch. Youth, it's hard to beat it.
Paddy Sharkey is in goals for Ballaghaderreen. They're in attack now with David Drake with number 2 on his back. David plays it forward there to Cuba Callahan. Cuba looking to take on the challenge of Brian Murphy over there close in that stand side. Cuba trying to cut inside with pushed out. Good play there by Ballintubber to hold up Ballaghaderreen. It's all the way back into centre now to find Ryan Lynch. Got 4 beautiful points against Mitchell. Lynch trying to execute it, and that one is gone to the left and wide. That's the first wide of the evening for Ballaghaderreen. It's still Balla leading Ballintubber by a point to no score. The full back line for Ballaghaderreen: David Drake, Seamus Caniff, who captains the side, and Peter Kelly. The half back line: David McBride, Owen Jordan and Shiroz Akram. In midfield is Dara Kelly and Ryan Lynch. The half forward line: Dylan Feeney, Keane Hanley and Luke O'Grady. And the full forward line: Cormac Doohan, Andy Moore and Cuba Callahan. Michael Plunkett wins the kick out from Brendan Walsh, and Ballintubber now will look to muster up a move here on this occasion, but it's gone out for a sideline ball over there on that far stand side. Brendan Walsh is the man between the sticks for the Tubber. Their full back line: Gary Loftus, Brian Murphy and Rory O'Connor. Damien Coleman captains side a wing half back, Michael Plunkett and Miles Kelly. As I see, the referee has just spotted something and is going to award a free here, lads.
Yeah, advantage rule there. But again, the positive thing for the neutral here is Ballaghaderreen are trying exactly as Declan spoke, but they're trying to get the ball in as early and as good and as quick as possible. And Andy again has the legs on Gary Loftus, I think, here as well.
Just like that, Andy trying to get away from Loftus, but the defending there from Ballintubber has cut out that Ballaghaderreen attack, and now they're going to try and turn defence into attack as Michael Plunkett plays it forward now to Jason Gibbons. Ballintubber yet to score. 3.5 minutes gone, the county final. It's Ballaghaderreen challenging Ballintubber, and they lead by a point as Alan Plunkett in possession with number 20 on his back. Elsewhere, Gibbons partners Diarmuid O'Connor in midfield. It's Kieran Gavin, Alan Plunkett and Kieran Gavin, Killian O'Connor and Brian Walsh. Noel Geraghty, Alan Plunkett and Stephen O'Malley makes up that attack for Ballintubber. Brian Walsh in possession now for the Tubber, trying to see what options are available to him. If he can find any opening here, he goes back to Brian Murphy. Murphy now goes forward, short pass to Rory O'Connor. Rory going to look to send one into that full forward line, but Killian O'Connor has been hassled and harried. Killian eventually gets away from his man, wins it and puts it over the bar. Great score from Killian O'Connor, but already we're seeing the fast-setting battles inside. He even lost his boot momentarily.
He did, but what Killian is doing there, even though he started centre half forward, any opportunity he gets, he wanders inside. Brilliant ball from Rory, his brother, to pick him out there, and he should have been getting a free anyways, because he's been pulled and dragged by David Drake, but he finishes well on his left foot, signature score.
Absolutely, Nigel, and I think Rory, it's important to mention Rory didn't play last year. I think he's a huge addition back into the defence this year. Quality player, but you're right, Nigel, Killian is drifting between centre forward and full forward. Ballaghaderreen are going to have to watch him very, very closely.
The other point I would make, we didn't speak about, I was making the point about Ballintubber being a better team, but we'll follow on this.
Brian Walsh has just won that kick out from Ballaghaderreen, trying to capitalise on it. He gives a short now to Killian O'Connor. Killian, that's a beautiful score from Killian O'Connor. 2 points in quick succession, and all of a sudden Ballintubber are leading 2 points to 1. That's the danger of, you have a player like Killian O'Connor, he will punish.
That's what Ballintubber do very well. Ballina had all the play here for the first 12 minutes. Killian O'Connor 2 points, Noel Geraghty 1 point. All of a sudden the phone says 4 points to 1 down. Ballaghaderreen have made a good start here. Killian 2 absolutely outstanding points. I made a point before the game that I felt Ballintubber are a better team than last year, with the exception of Diarmuid was blowing the lights out last year. He hasn't reached those levels yet, and if he can get back to that level or close to it, I think it will help Ballintubber as well.
I see Stephen O'Malley has just picked up a yellow card there as well from Jerome Henry, so he'll have to watch himself, and we'll give him more on that in just a moment, as Ballaghaderreen are in possession now at Keane Hanley, 45 metres out from that Ballintubber goal. I see actually Stephen O'Malley was going over to get gloves or something like that to the sideline, but he did pick up a yellow card in that incident. It's Ballaghaderreen 45 metres out. Ryan Lynch looking to hit one from way out the country, but that's Ballaghaderreen's second wide of the evening with 6 minutes played here in McHale Park in Castlebar. It is Ballintubber leading by a point.
Another interesting matchup is young Plunkett and Keane Hanley, and I've watched Keane Hanley off the ball every time he stops Plunkett from going forward. So Ballaghaderreen have done a bit of work with this and said that Michael Plunkett sets up a lot of ball inside, and Keane Hanley is definitely watching that.
He is, but he shouldn't sacrifice his total game because Ballaghaderreen will leave him going forward as well.
And Ballaghaderreen have won that kick out there courtesy of Dara Kelly, and they'll send it in straight away. Quick play, quick feet. Dylan Feeney looking to respond, and again that just rushed his shot. That's a third wide for Ballaghaderreen. They need to be more clinical.
Yeah, that's the difference between the two teams there. That was a very, very easy score. He's only the 14-metre line, and on his left side, there was a guy actually coming around for a scissor play. It was even half a goal chance, but he panicked and he kicked it high and wide. But the one interesting facet of the game already, Brendan Walsh's kick out, he's been under pressure. 50% of his kickouts he really hasn't got away. Two of them dropped very poorly low.
Is that something that Ballaghaderreen targeted, you believe?
I don't think so. I think they're just two poor kickouts. I don't think it's a case that he went down the middle. I think he just didn't connect with them properly, because they don't go in that area, Ballintubber. They look to go out to Diarmuid and especially out to Jason Gibbons. So there were two mishits.
Diarmuid now in possession, gives it to Brian Murphy, and Brian does a quick 1-2 there with Jason Gibbons, making good progress now. Ballintubber, he plays it forward to Noel Geraghty. Geraghty trying to look up and sees there's space opening up in front of him. Making the run now forward is Rory O'Connor. Rory gives it here in this near side to Brian Walsh. It's a nice short solo, 40 metres out from that Ballaghaderreen goal. Plays it all the way back out now to Brian Murphy. They've been pushed out about 60 metres out from that Ballaghaderreen goal. Jason Gibbons in possession, gets the quick solo away, looking for options to come through. Off the shoulder of speed is Diarmuid O'Connor. Diarmuid to Alan Plunkett. Alan Plunkett, nice clever ball in over the top. Let's see what can come of this. They play it back out now to Brian Walsh. Walsh going past the challenge of Shiroz Akram. It's still Brian Walsh, off his right boot, hits off the post and comes back and falls directly into the hands of Ballaghaderreen captain Seamus Caniff. Seamus now to Shiroz Akram. That was certainly a moment that could have really been a great opportunity for Ballintubber to pounce when that ball came off the post, but it's Ballaghaderreen who lived to tell the tale, and now turning defence into attack as Dylan Feeney sends it down the line here to Cuba Callahan. Cuba taking on his man, he's coming inside now, looking to see the run of Dylan Feeney coming through. Dylan is brought to the ground, and it's going to be a free in for Ballaghaderreen in the large D.
Yeah, I think we spoke about Cuba Callahan in the semi-final. We spoke when we were up to this game. He plays with his head down to a degree, or we've accused him, we'll say, of that. I won't maybe use the word accused, but we've said that at times he plays with his head down. It's interesting to see there the minute he got that ball, one solo, looked up, plays the ball across the middle, and Dylan Feeney is fouled. But the last play there was definitely even a half goal chance. A brilliant move, but a poor miss from Brian Walsh, even though it did come off the post.
Andy Moore levels it, and we're level 2 apiece, Declan.
Yeah, that was again 2 apiece, and then I think it's about right. Ballaghaderreen have got a strong breeze. We have to mention that to the listeners. There's quite a substantial breeze in it. Ballaghaderreen playing with the breeze. I see they've 3 wides got already. Remember back in the semi-final, their first 5 shots went over the bar, so maybe it's a bit more nerves kicking in the final.
10 minutes gone here in this county senior final. It's level 2 points apiece. Ballintubber now with Brian Walsh looking to play it forward there to Rory O'Connor. It's kind of got away from him momentarily at a soccer style, but eventually Alan Plunkett, the man to get his boot down under it, but great play back there by Ballaghaderreen covering, and eventually Shiroz Akram is fouled and Balla win the free just inside their own 45 metre line.
Yeah, this thing with Alan Plunkett, of course, going in as he comes out. Owen Jordan has picked him up, which suits Owen Jordan as well, and he did very well there to dispossess him. But again, Ballaghaderreen are constantly looking for the long foot pass, and it's very good.
And that's what's working for them as Keane Hanley now plays it inside to Cormac Doohan. Speed coming here, Luke O'Grady with the shot, and it's gone up and over the bar. That was another, you could say, perhaps goal chance opportunity. Real speed coming through, almost brought back flashbacks to that semi-final performance against Mitchells.
Yeah, again, you could say it was a goal-scoring opportunity, but he put the ball over the bar. We haven't mentioned much in Luke O'Grady. Great pace about him. You say Luke O'Grady and Dylan Feeney, both workers, but there's plenty of football in them as well, Nigel. That was a good score.
It was Diarmuid who got away from there, and Diarmuid couldn't make up any yards on him there whatsoever, but it's Owen Jordan's turn around on his own 30 metres out. Great fetch from Jason Gibbons in the middle of the field on his own 30 metre line. But when they won the free, straight away it was a foot past 40 yards, a quick 1-2, and the scores.
Jason Gibbons takes it quickly now inside. Good ball to find Stephen O'Malley. He's taking on the challenge of Seamus Caniff, trying to cut inside. Caniff holding him up. He's still there. He's looking for support. Gets it now in the shape of Cillian O'Connor. 21 metre line, being pushed ball out all the time. Alan Plunkett now the man to come for assistance, and looked as if Kieran Gavin touched it on the ground. Referee says no, play on. But Ballaghaderreen win it back now. They're going to come out of their own half. They're in the large D, looking to see if they can get this ball forward. Ballaghaderreen leading Ballintubber 3 points to 2. 11.5 minutes gone. Shiroz Akram making the run, trying to get past the challenge there. Brian Walsh putting on good pressure, but Akram has the speed, looked to play a ball inside, didn't come off from. That's another wide for Ballaghaderreen.
Yeah, Andy showed, and then Andy felt Shiroz was going to turn on the afterburners and go. Andy stopped making the run, but again, that's just a small bit unlucky. Again, great turnover from Owen Jordan on Alan Plunkett over the far side again.
Yeah, he's doing really well, and very noticeable that time that Diarmuid O'Connor had dropped in as a sweeper, so it was a difficult shot on the run for Shiroz to hit Andy. Diarmuid O'Connor is very, very game aware on the pitch, knows where he has to be, and he cut off that direct ball inside.
The restart from Brendan Walsh over there on that stand side, and Ballintubber win it from their own kick out, and I see Jerome Henry has awarded the free now to Ballintubber. They're just outside their own 45 metre line. They take it quickly and they go back to go forward, as I say.
One point, picking up on your point there, Declan, I think it's the fear of the Ballaghaderreen pace that's forcing Diarmuid to play in that defensive role, we call him, between midfield and back, and twice he's ended up being the defender. Last time when the wing half forward kicked the ball over the bar, and there where he didn't intervene there.
Now Damien Coleman, the captain, sends one inside to Stephen O'Malley, again taking on his man. This time he's getting away from O'Malley, going to fist it over the bar, and that one is level. Great score from O'Malley. They're trying that option time and time again, lads. They're trying to find O'Malley, and that time he cut inside his man.
He is, but the thing here is Killian is making all the space. He's switching between full forward, corner forward, moving out to the half forward line. Stephen O'Malley, the one thing about Seamus Kinniff, I would say he would rather be in around the full back line. Young O'Malley is bringing him out to the corners, winning the ball and going directly at him.
O'Malley's great pace as well, lads. He's got great pace and a good score from Ballintubber, well worked.
The restart from Paddy Sharkey, the breaking ball won once again by Ballintubber. Alan Plunkett plays it back now to Diarmuid O'Connor. We're level pegging, 3 points apiece. Diarmuid, he's 40 metres out from that Ballaghaderreen goal, looks to play it over the head of Ryan Lynch, and eventually it is one back possession there by Ballaghaderreen. Good play and good defending, and now they're going to turn defence into attack. Andy Moore with the quick long ball inside. This is more promising now from a Balla perspective. Looking to turn, there is Dylan Feeney off his right boot. He turns away with his fist in the air, and it was Cormac Doohan that put that one over the bar. Great score from Doohan.
When saying this, Declan, number 7 Miles Kelly is in the full back line, and Cormac Doohan. I think Miles prefers the half back line,
He does, and he just likes to be isolated one-on-one.
And Andy actually moved out. Andy was in the middle of the field, got that ball, never even thought of carrying it. First time, huge ball inside, and no question, Doohan had Miles Kelly there all day long.
That score was all about Andy Moore's pass. It was a 55-metre pass directly into the bread basket.
So the restart, and it's going to be a free for Ballaghaderreen there, or for Ballintubber rather, over there on that stand side, and they will look to build on this. They are trailing Ballaghaderreen now 4 points to 3. It's a fascinating game, a real close battle, a real tussle. That's what we expected from this county senior football final. Sent inside now to Noel Garrity, number 13 on his back, trying to go past the challenge of the Ballaghaderreen defence. There's speed now coming through. Ballintubber looking to get them in through, coming off the shoulder was Kieran Gavin, but the referee has brought it back for an earlier incident.
In fairness now, we've mentioned the youth Michael D and Ballaghaderreen, but the two guys involved in that play there for Ballintubber was Noel Garrity and Kieran Gavin. They're young members too as well, and I hadn't seen much of Noel Garrity up to the semi-final. He was very impressive for me. He knows where I think himself and O'Malley, and Killian is the orchestrator. He pulls all the strings. They know where to go. They're very smart. And Kieran Gavin, playing for the Mayo 20s this year as well, he's improving all the time. Very direct player. That was a good player. So this is a chance here now for who's taking this one?
Killian,
obviously.
Yeah, Killian O'Connor. He has already got 2 points this evening. Will look to get his third and level proceedings back to a 4 point apiece game. Killian O'Connor off his right boot. It's high and it is wide. The umpires took their time on deliberating that one. It was almost like the Brexit negotiations that was going on behind the goals, but eventually it signalled wide, and that's the first wide of the evening for Ballintubber. So Ballaghaderreen still leading 4 points to 3, and we've played just over 15 minutes of play.
Yeah, but it wasn't an easy free. He's halfway, he's in the wrong side of the field, and he's kicking into a breeze. He's kicking directly into the breeze. But one thing that's very exciting for the neutral here is we have inside forwards who, when they get the ball, they're turning, taking on the man, and goes looking at the white of their eyes, going straight at them.
Paddy Sharkey's kick out was won by Kieran Gavin, and now Ballintubber are on the attack as they move it forward to Alan Plunkett coming inside in the end line, but his pass just away. It was great defending back there, and Ballaghaderreen are coming out now of their own defence. They're really standing tall. The men from the east, wonderful stuff, and they're now looking to switch it over here to this near side. Keane Hanley, Ballaghaderreen leading by a point. Hanley playing it down this near side. Good pass to find Shirozak, and perhaps too much juice in it, and it was cut across there by Michael Plunkett, who was on alert to win it back for the Tubber. Plunkett gives it now to fellow county man and Diarmuid O'Connor. Diarmuid to Jason Gibbons, and Ballintubber just around the middle of the park, looking to see if any options available inside in that inside full forward line, but they opt to play it back once again to Michael Plunkett. Ballintubber now in possession with Diarmuid O'Connor. Takes a solo and a hop and looks to go past the challenge, with Ballaghaderreen holding up well. Have 13 men inside their own half, as Ballintubber now with Jason Gibbons again all the way back, and now we're kind of getting into a war of attrition in this encounter. Damien Coleman, the captain, they're going to try the far side to see if they can muster up something on this occasion, but it really is difficult enough. We talk about Ballintubber, how they're difficult to break down, but Ballaghaderreen at the moment themselves are showing exactly how to defend, and defend gallantly they are.
Yeah, and the rain is hammering down Michael D as well. It's not going to make it a lot easier. Now, usually when that happens, the wind dies, but it's not on this occasion. And Ballintubber played directly into it.
Yeah, they are indeed. And 45 metres out now is the corner back. Rory O'Connor as the brilliant. It is pelting down, as Nigel said. And now is with Kieran Gavin. Plays it back out there to Milo Kelly. Miles Kelly with number 7 on his back. 45 metres out. He gave a careless enough pass to save Damien Coleman to stretch all his muscle for that one, but he held on to it. Coleman gives it to Rory O'Connor, sent inside, and again Killian is the man that is really causing havoc for Ballaghaderreen. Wins his free.
Yeah, in front, but again it's a brilliant ball in. Like they're very measured in Ballintubber and what they're doing at the moment, holding on to the ball. The one thing that we spoke about before the game about Ballintubber sometimes choking the life out of games. The great thing about this is both teams really have gone at each other every opportunity they've had.
They have, Nigel, and in that period of play there, 90 seconds Ballintubber held the ball for. Okay, the rain had come in strong, they're playing against a strong breeze, but that's the time that you need your concentration levels at their best. And Ballaghaderreen in the full back line just switched off, but Killian O'Connor is in tremendous form. He really is busy in there. Drake is trying his best, but Killian is so smart and strong. He held him off there. It looked like he tucked his arm underneath it. Drake got the blame, but Killian's going to get the score.
Killian O'Connor off his right boot, and that is up and over the bar. That is his third point of the evening, and we are level 4 points apiece, and that is heavy rain. I mean, heavy rain last night as well. Full credit again must go to Phil Heenan and the staff, because I believe this morning there was a lot of water on this pitch, and they're doing great work to get it in top shape, lads.
Yeah, but this pitch has improved no end in the last 2 years. In fairness, they've done a power of work, and the people they've been doing the work, it's been absolutely super.
Absolutely. 4 points apiece now in this county senior football final. Ballintubber win the Ballaghaderreen kick-out. They're having great success from that in certain times, and now they're coming through. Jason Gibbons shrugs off the challenge of one Ballaghaderreen man, looking to go past the challenge now. Luke O'Grady gives it there to Brian Walsh, and now Ballintubber trying to cut inside once more, and they're looking to try and curl this one, and that's gone to the near post and wide. That's the second wide for the Tubber.
Yeah, Damien Coleman earlier in the championship, I was at the more game in the group stages. Damien Coleman destroyed you because he goes in behind you, he sneaks in, and then again in there, set that up. Should have been a better shot at goal.
Yeah, I think the shot selection was wrong.
Yeah.
I think into that breeze, outside of the right boot from the wrong side. I think he should have offloaded and come back out and recycled.
Paddy Sharkey's kick out now for Ballaghaderreen. He's going long and launched it into the opposing half, aiming it towards Ryan Lynch, but Lynch, there's a lot of pressure being put on there by Diarmuid O'Connor. Lynch has gone down to the ground, and the referee Jerome Henry coming over just to see if he is okay, but I think it will be a Ballintubber free.
Yeah, it is. It was. I think they had possession. I don't think it's a free. It's a head injury he called it for. I think it's quite noticeable though that Ballaghaderreen are finding it difficult to get a foothold in the middle of the park. If you remember back to the semi-final, they looked like they had the run of the place. I think Mitchell's had got zonal, but Ballintubber are going man for man here, and they're putting the squeeze on Ballintubber.
Oh, it's a great ball here, lads.
Now it's one sent inside, aiming it towards Killian O'Connor. O'Connor's going to go for a shot. Oh, great on the line. A denial there. Ballaghaderreen got the boot on the line. Killian was going to go for a crack at goal, and now we're going to free in for Ballintubber. Nigel, talk us through that. Was amazing stuff.
It's a soft free. I think it's a soft free. He's saying that the Ballintubber Killian was going on. Diarmuid, I think, to hit the free in, drove a long ball into the breeze. It started swirling. David Drake is in trouble here with Killian, I think. Ball lost it in the air. Killian lost it a small bit as well, but he soccer styled it in under the goalie. Owen Jordan makes a massive clearance off the line.
When Jordan had to make up 10 metres there to back and clear the ball off the line.
Brilliant.
He dived back on it. If anybody was at the Belmullet Ballintubber game, it's exactly how the goal happened that time, where Killian was free inside. Within a second, Jimmer had him hit. That time Killian scored. This time Jordan cleared it. I agree with you, Nigel. That was a free of a soft variety. They're getting after it.
It was, but David Drake, I think Ballaghaderreen have to look at the David Drake situation with Killian, because Killian is coming out, leaving space in behind him, and I thought Ballaghaderreen might be a small bit cuter at this stage and just hold the man up there. I know they're playing with the breeze, but the last thing they need now is to give away a goal when they're playing into the breeze.
Yeah, and that one is put over the bar. There's no mistake in that. So it's now Ballintubber leading 5 points to 4 in this county senior football final. There's a fine point put over there by Kieran Gavin, and that's Kieran's first of the evening. Ballintubber leading 5-4, and they're on the attack once again. 22 and a half minutes gone in this county final, looking to play one inside, trying to be cut across there was David Drake. He does very well. Killian O'Connor still chasing after him. David goes down around the 45 metre line, gets past Killian, also gets past Rory, past the two O'Connor brothers, and plays it forward now to Shiroz Akram. Ballaghaderreen on the attack, 45 metres out. Shiroz goes short to Andy looking to send one inside to spot the run of Cuba, gives it back to him. Andy once more. Andy looking to send one in to that. Was aiming it towards the post, but it went to the left and wide. Cormac Doohan was involved in that play as well, but Andy Moore's shot wide.
Yeah, he went for a spectacular outside of the right out near the sideline. It was very, very close. It was like inside the far post, and it just drifted out wide. David Drake won that one. If he's going to have any success in Killeen, he's going to have to be brave and play from the front and put Killeen on the back.
No, absolutely. He's played him from behind up to now. And he has to be exactly what you want to do. He has to step out in front of him and take the chance, especially when they're playing with the breeze, because it's more like, I know he got caught with that last goal chance, but I think that was just from a restart, and I think he just switched off more than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely. As Ballintubber now from their own restart in possession, Brian Murphy just inside his own defence and plays it all the way back to the keeper, Brendan Walsh. Now they're going to try and come out here and see a bit off the ball shenanigans in front of us between David McBride from Ballaghaderreen and Brian Walsh from the Tubber, but they're both back up on their feet again and brush themselves down. I see the linesman says that he spotted that as well, just to keep an eye on it, as those two are grappling throughout the course of the evening. Now it's with Ballintubber in possession. Geraghty going to go past the challenge of Peter Kelly. Still no Geraghty, goes back though, perhaps should have spotted the run going forward, but Stephen O'Malley dropped short into the hands of Paddy Sharkey. And again, just Kevin Johnson will be pleased those type of efforts.
He won't, but the one thing he will be pleased about is the three inside forwards look like they can take on their men at any time. That time young Geraghty slides past Peter Kelly very easily and lays it off, and it should have been a score from, but I just think that the worrying point to this is that Ballintubber playing into a breeze when they get the ball into that full forward every single time they look dangerous.
Yeah, they're winning the ball at the reason there. In fairness, they're working hard to win it, but they're winning the ball, and they have the full back line under real pressure in there, and it could be ominous for the second half once they have that breeze.
Well, they're certainly dictating it at their terms. So what's the response going to be now from Ballaghaderreen? They're trailing by a point, 5 points to 4, 24 minutes on the clock, looking to respond to split the posts, and that's Cuba Callahan. That's a wonderful score. Tremendous strike there, and that was a great score from the centre half back. Was it Owen Jordan forward, lads? Yeah, great score.
60 metres on the pitch, did he? Andy Moran came out screaming for the ball, but he decided no, he's going to take it on himself, showed a bit of leadership, showed a bit of bravery. Great score, just what they needed.
Yeah, some engine. And Jason Gibbons said he's the same Talon Plunkett there. He's kind of saying as much as thing, you've got to cover him. He cannot come through the middle like that. Again, of course, that's a wind assisted. It's a brilliant point because he just steps inside the 45 metre line and hits it over the bar. You see, again, it's a missed kick out because even though Ballintubber, they've lost it now, but again, he puts up his hands straight away. And it's something, I know he's into a bit of breeze, but something Brendan Welch we don't associate with him. And his Ballintubber are built around this kick out.
Now, Darragh Kelly looking for someone in around the house. Danger moment here. Ballaghaderreen outside. Goal from Cormac Doohan. Oh my lord, it all came to save from a poor enough kick out. Ballintubber did win the kick out. Ballaghaderreen win it back. Darragh Kelly's with the ball inside, and that was a wonderful finish from Cormac Doohan back in the net.
Yeah, I think Brendan Welch shouldn't have come, to be honest with you. He made it very easy for him. But again, it's a ball that it was a poor kick out. We were just speaking about it from Brendan Welch. But again, in fairness to Ballaghaderreen, they put the ball in early. Declan spoke about it before the game started. That early ball into that Ballintubber full back line. They were at 6s and 7s. Brian comes off his line. Doohan goes around and sticks it in the net. And
Ballaghaderreen going for more, looking to follow up with another point here if they can, but it's not. It's gone to the left and wide. That's Ballaghaderreen's a 6 wide, but that goal, lads, it was coming, it was threatening, and really, as you mentioned, the long ball is causing hell.
It's Andy just demanding the ball, and Andy was very vocal there that he wanted that ball in quick, and he was gesticulating and he was putting the hands out. He wanted it, he got to it, and it just flicked over his head. He got a hand onto it. Doohan stuck in behind, and we talked about them taking the goal chances. Well, there's one, they've taken one. They'll be a bit disappointed though, Ryan Leach, with the follow-up. That should be
absolutely point. And Ryan kicked 3 or 4 great points. I would suggest that's Ryan Lynch's third wide in this first half with a breeze, and he needs just to settle a small bit. He doesn't have to kick 3 or 4 wides here, or 3 or 4 points here tonight. He just needs to get on the ball, and on each of the occasions, or 2 of them possibly should have kicked, he just needs to settle a small bit.
Sent inside there to Andy Moore, looking to have a crack here. They're from 40 metres out. It's a high one, and that is gone to the right and wide. That's another wide for Ballaghaderreen. I make that their 7th wide, lads, and they really need to be more clinical. They're 3 points up. We know swings and roundabouts. We see in the opening intermediate game that football can just change in a split second.
Look, they just need to calm it down. They don't have the experience really of a county final, but they're after getting the goal the last two shots with the wrong shots that they took. They have possession, they have Ballintubber under the cosh a bit, so they just need to be smarter on the ball. The one thing I'll agree here with Nigel is that I think both sets of forwards are actually on top, which means that it makes for a great game.
Now coming through at speed is Jason Gibbons. This is a promising move from Ballintubber. They have men coming forward, they're going to have a shot. It's the Ballaghaderreen man's now blocked to it. It's still there on the goal line. And I see a man in a white jersey coming out of his own back line. That was another glorious chance there from Ballintubber, but Owen Jordan, the man back there, he's gone down in pain now as well, but really to his body on the line, lads.
Jason Gibbons looked like he didn't want to take the shot. He looked like he wanted someone else to go and take the ball off him. He had to get that himself.
He overcarried the ball.
I think he did, yeah.
And down at the other end now, Cuba Callahan looking to punish Ballintubber, trying to give a short fist pass into Andy. Andy's fouled there by Brian Walsh, and this will be certainly a close range tap free over for Ballaghaderreen.
This is working out exactly as like Ballaghaderreen wanted it. You know, it's really become a bit of a shootout. Ballintubber are the team now that need to settle it down and just get a good kick out, get their hands on the ball, try and work it forward. Because if it continues in the vein it's in at the moment, Ballintubber's, I know we spoke about the full back line, and down to our left here that's in trouble, the Ballaghaderreen full back line, but the Ballintubber full back line under this breeze are in huge trouble.
Both sets of forwards are on top, as we mentioned a couple of minutes ago. Andy Moore in particular is winning every single ball out in front. Cuba Callahan begins to play with the head up a bit. Cormac Doon is already netted 1-1. They're really playing very well. Makes for a great game for the neutral. This is a point from Andy. I have it chalked down already. It's only on the 13-metre line, so that means they're up now by 165 points. That's a great lead for Ballaghaderreen.
Probably for me to speak on Kevin Johnson's behalf, but I personally would look at putting Brian Murphy across onto Andy at this stage. Just I don't think they've anything to lose on it.
I think it's something that needs to change, alright.
We'll have to wait and see, as it's Ballaghaderreen leading this encounter now 1-6 to 5 points. What will the response be from the county champions? But again, it is Ballaghaderreen who win that Ballintubber kick out, and they're in possession over there on that stand side with Cian Hanley, looking to work a couple of moves now to see if they can get another score before the half-time break. We have 28 and a half minutes played here in the first half. Owen Jordan getting a lot of ball and doing wonderful interceptions back in his own back line as well. Plays it forward now to Cuba Callahan. Look at the speed of Cuba. He's going to have a crack, and that one has dropped short into the hands of Brendan Walsh. He offloads it out, and now Ballintubber will look to recover and see if they can move the ball through the hands, and I see they've just been fouled inside their own half.
They have, but it was a chance for Cuba. He broke the initial tackle, then 2 or 3 Ballintubber men swarmed around him. He was closed down for the shot. It wasn't on. He needed to turn.
And Andy had come around him, and Andy was sensitive. Without a doubt.
And now Ballintubber in possession, looking to see if they can muster up something here, and sends one into Brian Walsh. He's about 45 metres out from that Ballaghaderreen goal. Ballintubber, the reigning county champions, looking to win back-to-back titles. They're in possession now with Michael Plunkett. Plunkett goes short into the hands of Jason Gibbons. Gibbons gives it back to Plunkett. Goal on here. Plunkett's keeping the beat. He goes wound up. He buries it in the back of the net. Michael Plunkett. Oh my word. He started it off and finished it. Wonderful finish from Michael Plunkett. Look at the courage, the confidence he had around the keeper.
Yeah, but poor tracking for Ballaghaderreen. Huge inexperience for Ballaghaderreen. He comes through, plays the ball to Jason Gibbons. You know, it was very easy. Jason Gibbons throws the dummy and then throws the ball over. No Ballaghaderreen player had tracked Michael Plunkett. Absolutely top class finish. Dummy's a goalie and sticks it in the net. And I was actually just going to say about the influence that O'Jordan was having on Alan Plunkett, but Alan Plunkett wasn't in the game, but his brother Michael comes down and sticks the ball in the net. But it's a huge goal in the overall thing of the game.
Absolutely right in the half-hour mark, Dick.
The 2 central backs have scored now, but no taking away from the finish. Poor defender, they didn't lay a hand on him. He got right to the middle, but his finish was absolutely top notch. Sold the keeper for he didn't know what was happening. Sold him and just tucked it in the net. Great goal.
And now is Peter Kelly there in possession for Ballaghaderreen, but they have lost it, and Ballintubber have won it back. It is Ballintubber trailing Ballaghaderreen now just by a point. It was 4 in it until that great goal by Michael Plunkett. 1-6 plays 1-5, and Ballintubber looking to see if they can level Matted for the half-time whistle. One sent inside the corner here to Stephen O'Malley. Coming through is Cillian O'Connor. He's held up momentarily. Needs to play it back to Stephen O'Malley. That's a great point for O'Malley. We're level pegging. Wonderful, well worked.
I know we credit Everton and Cillian there because his cuteness set it up, but you had to give Stephen O'Malley huge applaudis there.
We're up and ready here for the second half, and it is Ballintubber straight away looking to mean business. Diarmuid O'Connor gives it to Rory O'Connor, his older brother, and straight away going to send one inside to Noel Geraghty. Geraghty trying to turn his man. He's been pushed out. The rain has still coming down here. I thought it stopped momentarily, but not to be. One sent into the full forward line for Ballintubber, but David Drake is back there reading it, picks it up, and now they're going to turn defence into attack. But he looks like maybe lost it momentarily, but eventually helping out there is Luke O'Grady, and Luke is almost slipping as well. The rain certainly not helping matters, and I see Kieran Gavin going down the head forward. It was almost like he was charging like a bull in the field, but he wins his free, lads.
Experience, and Kieran Gavin is one of the younger fellas, but I don't think Jerome got that one right. But I'll tell you, there's a lesson there. We all know you don't carry a ball into Ballintubber tackling, because they're super strong at tackling. David Drake does it first, he gets turned over, and Ballintubber, the ball is won by Kieran Gavin. I think he put his head down a small bit in charge of things.
Maybe, I don't know, but you'd have to give credit to the Ballaghaderreen, the Ballintubber forwards. Three of them, O'Malley, Gavin and Killian, swarmed around him, turned the ball over. They'll be delighted with that. Kevin Johnson and the management team, they would have talked about that at half time. The effort of the forward line in particular, that it starts from 15 and it goes all the way back to 1, and they showed how to do it there. But it was poor play from Ballaghaderreen. They played right into Ballintubber's hands.
Killian O'Connor points that one over the bar. That's his 4th point of the evening here in McHale Park in Castlebar. 1-7 plays 1-6 in favour of Ballintubber, and the rain is getting heavier and heavier now, and certainly will not help conditions as Ballaghaderreen in possession around the middle now. It's with Luke O'Grady to Ryan Lynch. Lynch looking to send one inside. Ballintubber man has hit the deck, but play continues on, looking to see if they can get him in forward, running off the shoulder. Ryan Lynch is brought down 21 metres out, and that was good play from Ballaghaderreen, and they're looking to take it quickly, and that they're allowed to try and put it over the bar. Fist past effort, and that one has gone up and over the bar. Quick thinking, and certainly paid dividends there.
Yeah, and you know, the quick thinking from the free is going to be into the breeze, similar to the position that Killian missed the one earlier on from. So Andy doesn't take a chance, sees Cuba short, plays it to him. Cuba, possible goal chance.
I think he was half thinking there could be a goal chance here. By the time Cuba got it, he was covered, but he did the right thing, fisted over the bar. But that's Andy Moore, quick thinking all the time. Did the same in the semi-final. They're stiff in goal chances if they get there, but they got a point out of it.
Yeah, about 5 or 6 half goal chances in this game on top of the 2 goals we've seen.
Yes.
The restart from Brendan Walsh. It's Ballaghaderreen who win it there. Owen Jordan forward still in Feeney, and now it's with Luke O'Grady. Luke going past the challenge there of Brian Murphy. It's a high one from Luke O'Grady. The umpire is looking up in the sky, and they haven't made a decision just yet. It has been signalled wide. Nigel, you thought that was over the bar?
Well, it is, because the umpire on the farthest away from us, he's signalled across to the other umpire to put up the flag. The goalkeeper signals it wide. No,
Liam Devaney, the far side. I saw the management team going to him straight away. He said no, not a point. At least he was clear about it.
Very good.
I see the Ballaghaderreen management team aren't best pleased. Certainly Paul McHugh isn't too impressed over there. He's really annoyed at that decision, which you can understand, of course. It means so much to these teams. It's level 1-7 apiece, 3 minutes into the second half. Ballintubber on the attack with the captain Damien Coleman looking for support, gives it forward there to Stephen O'Malley, turns, it's high, and that's wide. That is wide number 3 for the Tubber.
Yeah, all the wides on that side, Declan, are going off the left hand side. Of the Albany side, they're just hanging to the left and wide as they look at it. Yeah, that's the way the breeze is blowing.
Yeah, they're just not adjusting to the breeze properly yet, but that was a clear chance. That was 30 metres in front of goal from O'Malley, who's normally very clinical. He'll be disappointed with that miss.
The restart coming now from Paddy Sharkey, to go straight down the centre, aiming slightly towards the stand side, and it's Ballaghaderreen who win the free quickly. They're trying to take it quickly, with Ballintubber not giving them the freedom to do that. So Ballaghaderreen goes short to Ryan Lynch in the centre, back to his midfield partner Dara Kelly. That's back with Lynch once more now. 55 metres out from the Ballintubber goal. He's going to launch a high one in towards Andy Moore. Andy has work to do to get it, but the flag is up there by Liam Devaney on that far side. That's going to be a sideline for Ballintubber.
Yeah, not happening for Ryan Lynch at the moment. He'll pass on and he's come off the outside of his boot out over the sideline. He needs to settle a small bit, because in actual fact at the beginning of the second half he's got on 2 or 3 good possessions, and he likes that open play and that freer kind
he
of
does
role.
actually. For their last point he gave a good ball, but that was just a poor execution of the pass. Came off the boot, went over the line.
Now turnover there. Now Ballaghaderreen have a goal chance opportunity coming through speed. Keane Harley gets it on Andy across the face of goal. Out comes it's not gone yet. That was Andy trying to turn off his left boot, and that one is up and over the bar. Point for Ballaghaderreen, but lads, they could have had so much more from that.
There could have been. It was right through. Andy Moore came in. It was a turnover high up the pitch. It was straight into Andy Moore, who turned, but Ballintubber and credit him have got back and smothered it, and in particular to Brendan Walsh, who came out. But Ballaghaderreen, unlike in the semi-final, came away with a point. Andy Moore retracted, got the ball, took a step back and kicked it over with the right foot. Good score at the end. Goal chance, but they're happy with a point.
Yeah, first important they got something out of it, because it was a great goal chance. Andy, I think, was half maybe thinking about dummying him and go around him. The goalkeeper, in fairness to him, did well.
He was out quick, Nigel.
Yeah, did first well.
Ballintubber now need to get this ball forward. They're trailing by a point. We played 5 minutes in the second half. Now it's with Diarmuid O'Connor. He's on the 45-metre line, going past the challenge of one Ballaghaderreen man. Plays it forward to Jason Gibbons. Gibbons gone past the D, needs support, has to turn back to Alan Plunkett. And again, the conditions not helping as the ball went away from Alan. Somewhat had work to do. Retrieves it forward now to Stephen O'Malley. Kicks it high and blazes it over the bar.
Yeah, but it's another great goal chance. 2 midfielders from Ballintubber do all the damage this time. Diarmuid goes right through the middle with Jason on his shoulder, throws it off to Jason. In fairness, Ballaghaderreen did very well initially to defend it, but a worrying thing again from Ballaghaderreen's point of view is they lost the man in behind them. The cover just in behind them, and Stephen O'Malley did very well. Now he elected to take the point, but in fairness he was nearly 1-on-1. He could have carried it.
It was a goal chance. It was a goal chance. It's his third from play, and it was a good score, but it was a goal chance, no doubt about it. I wonder will he rule it at the end of the game. Time will tell.
1-8 apiece here now, and it's Ballintubber who are in possession once again, just around the middle of the park. I see the referee Jerome Henry has called play to a halt. There's a man down over there close to that stand side.
It's a Ballintubber man, but I don't know who it is.
They're concerned about him anyways, because in fairness to Jerome, possibly a head injury. It's right at the tunnel here.
He's sitting up.
Yeah, it's definitely a Ballintubber man warming up over there as well, about to come onto the field to play if needs be, but he's back up on his feet. 1-8 apiece. This game really, lads, when you think about it, the county champions Ballintubber, it's kind of, when the game is in the melting pot like this, it's into their hands, isn't it? But Ballaghaderreen, when they're attacking, can really open up teams. We've seen it time and time again.
Well, that's the beauty of it, because the game is by no means done and dusted. Ballintubber are in a strong position. I think Shiroz is going to pick up this one, but the thing about it is Ballaghaderreen can score when they attack. They look like they have a scoring threat every time, and that's what's keeping the game alive.
Certainly have.
And two less points and 2 good goal chances.
Yes.
Now they're coming out through the hands, Ballaghaderreen, looking to see if they can work up another attack from here. They're in possession with Luke O'Grady. Luke coming here this near side, plays it forward to Andy Moore. Pressure coming on Andy there from Gary Loftus, also getting the hand in, but Moore gets away from him. With the referee Jerome Henry's awarded the free. Perhaps he could have paid advantage, lads.
Andy won't think of that.
I'm not sure. I think Andy is happy enough. There was a lot of open space in front of Andy into a strong breeze, and his legs are not as young as they used to be. He has possession. I think he's happy enough for that.
As a substitution for Ballintubber, they're introducing number 21 Keelan McDonald, and he's on to replace, I think it's number 20 Alan Plunkett, am I right?
Yes, it is. Alan Plunkett gone off. So maybe Alan Dillon maybe might not be as injury free as we might have thought, because if he was able to go, I think now would be the ideal.
Mickey Conroy had the breakfast with him earlier this morning, so it goes to show you can't believe a politician.
Is that the reason he's out injured?
What did you put in the breakfast, Mickey? We'll ask him after a little while. A ball is sent in straight away, and it's Ballintubber who win it back there doing the work is Jason Gibbons. It's 1-8 apiece here in this county final, live on Midwest Radio Sport for a Saturday evening with Colin Cosgrave cars. Ballintubber now in possession, coming out of their own half, looking to work the ball forward, and that they're doing. Over there now is the captain Damien Coleman, looking to get the runners. I see Brian Walsh is getting into space, but keeping close tabs on him is Owen Jordan, and eventually it's Ballaghaderreen who cut out the danger, win it back, and Cuba Callahan doing wonderful work back there for Balla, and now Owen Jordan will turn defence into attack. Luke O'Grady coming at speed off his shoulder, trying to get past the challenge there of Kieran Gavin, still with O'Grady. Going to switch it over to that stand side to Cian Hanley. There's a Ballintubber man on the ground. He's back up on his feet again. That man was Brian Murphy. Meanwhile though, it's Ballaghaderreen still in possession, making some progress over there on that side, going to send one in across the face of goal, but it's Ballintubber now that comes out with a red jersey. That's Diarmuid O'Connor who holds on to that ball for dear life.
There's a man I thought would have a big game for Ballaghaderreen today, and he's having a quiet one with Shiroz Akram. I think they need Shiroz to get into the game and to attack a bit more if they want to make a bit of progress. Here he comes.
Good challenge from Ryan Lynch to dispossess Brian Walsh there. Now plays it forward to Cuba Callahan. Cuba 21 metres out, doesn't see an open, so he gives it in to Cian Hanley. Hanley Hanley has composure personified, up and over the bar. Great score from Hanley. Balla leading by a point.
Yeah, I was going to say, Declan, the two lads have been very quiet, Shiroz and Keane, and the two of them
were involved in
that. Keane, a great score. But Shiroz, one thing Shiroz does, when he drops his head and goes at you, he does make ground. And it's important that he gets a support player behind him. That time it happened. But Ballaghaderreen have really done seriously well at the beginning of the second half.
They have, and I think into that breeze, it'll be hard to kick the ball in long, so they'll need a couple of runners into vary it, and I think Shiroz is a prime candidate to get involved in that type of football.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, I'm looking at him here, he's on Kieran Gavin, and Kieran Gavin has been very quiet. Now I'd say Kieran Gavin is possibly pulling Shiroz out of the game a lot of the time, but Shiroz has to take a chance, say, I'm going to leave Kieran Gavin because I have the legs on him and I'm going to do that.
Well, he has to decide to influence the game himself. That's what good footballers do. You go looking for work, looking for ball, and you decide to punish the opposite team.
Now Ballintubber looking to respond from that Ballaghaderreen score. Diarmuid O'Connor going past the challenger Ryan Lynch. Nice clever ball inside aimed towards the centre, and found his man who got forward. Brian Murphy gives it now back, and they're playing it back to Diarmuid once again. Diarmuid has been stood up there by Shiroz Akram. It was short to Kieran Gavin. He does a 1-2, and now it's with Jason Gibbons, and they're 50 metres out, and you could say almost that Ballaghaderreen are trying to give a dose of their own medicine to Ballintubber, but Ballintubber are trying to break down, and they're getting through now. The centre coming through at speed. There is a man just on. Keelan McDonald is trickled away. Seamus Caniff is going to go to it soccer style into the pass of Peter Kelly. He goes down it, and now Ballaghaderreen will clear their lines. They're leading by a point with 20 minutes to go in this county final. Down the line here, good ball to Keane Hanley, he's 45 metres out from that Ballintubber goal. Two quick solos, looking to go past Ballintubber's Jason Gibbons. Nice dinky ball inside to Andy Moore. Andy has 2-3 Ballintubber men around him, needs support, plays it back out now to Dylan Feeney in one inside to Keane Hanley, soccer style back heels it, is still there, and it's going to be a free out. Wow, that was a chance.
It was. Three Ballaghaderreen men had the ball in their hands inside the large parallelogram, but they were pedestrians. They didn't know. Andy got the ball. He couldn't get away. The Ballintubber lads came back and they defended. It was a bit too lateral, a bit too slow. It was a chance that's gone a begging.
Yeah, Andy got that ball in front of him. He should have laid it off. The guy couldn't fly him past him. He decided to go on to his left side, and the half chance was gone. But again, full credit to the Ballintubber goal. He came out and split it.
Now down at the other end is Ballintubber in possession with Cillian O'Connor 45 metres out from that Ballaghaderreen goal. He plays it all the way back out to Brother Rory and into the hands now of Brian Murphy. Ballintubber trailing Ballaghaderreen by a point, 1-9-1-8 in this county senior football final. Our coverage of sport continues tomorrow. We're live from Ballina for the county minor A final. More on that later. Right now here in McHale Park, Keelan McDonald's going to have a shot from way out.
What a score!
What a score! Up and over the bar. Tremendous point from the man just on the field a few minutes.
Yeah, you're asking a substitute to come in and make a difference. The beautiful thing about that is he wins the ball right in the 45 metre line, looks for runners coming through the middle, there's nobody there, so he says to hell with it, comes across the field on his left foot and kicks a fabulous score.
Fantastic score again. Absolutely, every sub that comes on needs to make an impact, wants to make an impact. Not always possible. He's on 2 minutes and he's got a first touch of the ball and a cracking score.
Diarmuid has been far more offensive in the start of the second half. Possibly he has left a bit of space further back, but it's been once or twice he's looked very, very dangerous moving forward.
He has, and the thing about Diarmuid, often we see as the games go on, he gets better and better because he is the engine of a Rolls Royce, and often he's at his best in the last 5 or 10 minutes of a game.
There's a wonderful fetch there from Seamus Caniff from Paddy Sharkey's kick out, and he was fouled in the process as well, but the fetch was something to behold from Seamus Caniff. And Ballaghaderreen take their free. They played all the way back to their keeper Paddy Sharkey, and he now plays it forward to Shiroz Akram. Shiroz looking to go past the 2 and 3 Ballintubber men out, as it were, but eventually gives it off, and Ballintubber have one play back. Great dedication and grit shown there by Rory O'Connor. Wins his free. Ballintubber really, really up for this one.
Yeah, but it's Jason Gibbons. It's all about Jason Gibbons. Jason Gibbons comes across like the spider in the web. He ties the guy up. He has no option but to throw off an iffy hand pass, and Rory is in on top of him like a shot as well.
Yeah,
Rory, lovely pass for the ball.
He is absolutely great passer.
We just see that case in point there. Beautiful pass into his brother Cillian. Cillian now turns to Keelan McDonald. He's about 35 metres out, with Balla pushing him back out all the time. Now it's with Diarmuid O'Connor, 40 metres out off his right boot. Is this a what a score from Diarmuid O'Connor. Tremendous point, and lads, that's his first point of the game.
It is, but he always saves his points for the time in the match that matters most. You don't see him blitzing 2 or 3 points in the first half. When the game is in the mix, when the good players step up, Diarmuid O'Connor will always do that. I've seen it over the years in county finals. When Ballintubber needs him the most, he delivers, and his points are of the highest quality, as was that one.
And he's away again. He is threatening here, lads, to take this game by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah, he's in possession once again. Diarmuid O'Connor over there in that stand side. He's still going. His brother Killian looking for support, gets it back to Diarmuid once again now. 21 metres out. He's close to the sideline. He's going to have a crack at it off his right boot. Oh, that has gone to the near post and wide. It had all the ingredients. That was going to be a spectacular one, but that's their fourth.
Very similar to the one that actually over the Championship last year. Right under the stand.
But that's what he does, and he's done that from both sides. He really is a quality player, and as I said, he was unlucky with that one, but he's having a major influence on the game. He's stepping up, and with 15 minutes to go, he's a fella that we can watch. And Ballaghaderreen are going to have to try and tie down.
Ballaghaderreen have to get the hands on the ball in the middle of the field. They've lost the last 3 or 4 kickoffs.
They have, yeah.
Now from this one, it's kind of scruffy there in the middle of the park. It's a free awarded to Ballaghaderreen.
Ballintubber won't be happy with that free. Because Diarmuid O'Connor was on the ball, but there was nothing he could do about it. I thought he had offloaded. Ballintubber not happy. There's one of the mentors.
Mentor is going to get sent off, I'd say here. Yeah, he's been sent off. He's been ordered off the field. He came in to deal with Diarmuid, see what injury he had. Obviously decided to give the referee a piece of his mind. So he's not going to be mentoring anymore, lads, today.
No, not today.
Jerome won't take that, lads.
No, he won't. No, but
Right.
He's right. Because I know, look at the stakes are high and emotions can run very high, and I thought that it was a lucky free that Ballaghaderreen got, but the referee is doing the job. He'll make a mistake or two. If you're a mentor on the line, you have a job to do. You can't come in and do that.
Well, Diarmuid had won the ball. He goes to ground. Whatever happened in there, he gets injured, so he's just sitting there with the ball. It's very harsh thing to give a free. He should have blown it up possibly.
I thought I saw a boot from a Ballaghaderreen going in on the ball. I think he might have got a clip. I don't think there's any way it was Anton meant.
Malice,
but I think there was a boot in, and I think Ballintubber were a bit aggrieved about that, or felt aggrieved about it.
Well, whatever about the mentor having the word directly with the referee, with Jerome, Killian has a word in his ear in a very nice way, and he's reminding him tapping on the back, and he'll remind him again of that free later on.
I think he will.
Yeah, free taken quickly by Andy inside to Cuba Callahan, 35 metres out, back to Andy once again. Andy does a bit of a swirl, nice one to a twirl, a bit of dancing almost there. Andy's shot, and that one has gone to the near post and wide. Perhaps not the best option there from Andy Moore, and I make that their 9th wide.
For most mortal humans, you'd say poor shot selection, but Andy has got so many of them over the years. He backed himself. It's a difficult breeze though, we talked about it, and the showers can be heavy and swirling. The breeze is not dying down. A difficult shot to take on. I suppose the man of his calibre can score them, but on reflection he'll be disappointed with the miss.
He will, because he got a full boot at it, and for a long time you could see with Brendan Welsh, he thought that ball might be dropping over the bar, so it obviously wasn't far wide. Game huge for Ballaghaderreen that they've won the last 2 plays. I know the referee gives them the last 3, but again they've won this ball in the middle of the field. It gives them the opportunity to go down, because I would suggest as the next score in this game is going to be huge.
Yeah, Darragh Kelly's having a bit of an influence now. They were under big pressure in the first 10 minutes of the second half. He's stepping up.
Darragh Kelly takes the free quickly inside to Cormac Doohan, back with Darragh once again now, 40 metres out from that Ballintubber goal. The Tubber really have the in there, they're defending in packs. Doohan needs support. They play it all the way back out again to his 45 metre line. Now it's with Keane Hanley. Nice clever ball inside, but again Ballintubber defending in packs, but defending overzealously according to Jerome Henry, and that's going to be a free in for Ballaghaderreen, 21 metres out or so.
Yeah, Cormac Doohan won a ball there just before the free was given. There was 3 Ballintubber men around them. We're looking down the pitch here. There's 14 in behind the 45. That's the way they play. In fairness, that's the way most teams play. You're a point up in a county final with 12 minutes on the clock. You want to defend well, but it's awful hard to get away from them, because they defend the defending groups. Their tackling is very good. It's of a very high quality, but in fairness to Doohan, he got away from them. He got away from 3 men twice and offloaded the ball, kept it alive, and that's what resulted in this free here for Ballaghaderreen.
Yeah, Michael Plunkett a bit jumped out into the tackle a small bit to give a bit of a touch in the back, but huge upper body strength from Doohan that allowed him to do that,
and composure on the ball as well.
So huge free. With this free, looking to split the post and bring us back to level matters here, and that he does. Fine score from Andy Moore. That is his fifth of the game.
His third free and 2 from play.
Fifth from Andy Moore, certainly has us back now to level pegging. 110 plays, 110 with just over 10 minutes to play. Exactly 11 minutes left on the clock. Certainly we could perhaps be shaping up for a draw, which was 13-2 before today's game, and if it is a draw we'll have to go again perhaps next weekend. The last times we mentioned a draw was Ballaghaderreen were involved against Crossmolina a few years back as well, but that's a long way to go till we get to that stage, as Ballaghaderreen win that kick out, and it's Keane Hanley going to kick it in. It drops short into the hands of Brendan Walsh, and he will now clear his lines.
Hanley looks very athletic, won the ball, poor kick out. sold down the stand side, the right hand side, got to the 20-metre line, into a breeze. There was no way the shot was ever on. That ball had to be turned around, recycled across the middle. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, it was Andy that turned over Damien Coleman, which is very unusual for Damien Coleman, but it shows you the hunger that's in Andy Moran there at the moment. He's down there, actually, his hands on his knees, but he's entitled to, because he chased all the way out from the stand to turn that ball over. Give it to Keane Hanley. Exactly what you're saying, Declan, is 100% right. These are huge moments in this game.
They sure are, and now it's Ballintubber who are coming on the attack. They're about 40 metres out from that Ballaghaderreen goal, but Ballaghaderreen have the bodies back and they're being pushed out now. Ballintubber out around the centre of the park with Michael Plunkett, the man who got the goal in that opening half. Of course, Ballaghaderreen were the side to get their first goal through Cormac Doohan. He was 10-1 to be the first goal scorer this evening, and it was Michael Plunkett that got the goal for Ballintubber. 1-10 plays 1-10 here in this county final. Ballintubber in possession, 40 metres out, trying to get past the challenge. There is Noel Garrity of two Ballaghaderreen men, and eventually the foul has been given, and the free has been given and fouled.
He's given it on Shiroz Akram, and it looked like he'd fouled first and he'd let it go, and then when he went in with an innocuous hand, I think the crowd had helped him decide that it was a free. I think it was a free, but for the first foul, not for the second.
Possibly Jones should have given the hand up just possibly for advantage, but exactly what you're saying is right. It definitely was a free first of all, and where you give the free for maybe was a bit innocuous, but I think in fairness to Jerome, I think he's given the advantage, and
he is. In fairness to him now, we haven't seen him or heard much about Jerome or any referee, which is always a good sign.
Cillian O'Connor will take this free. The rain coming down very heavy once again here in Castlebar for this Saturday night. Cillian O'Connor about 35 metres out off his right boot. It's high and it is looking like it's going to make a squeeze just inside that post. That's up and over the bar. Tubber back in front by a point.
Well, Cillian is saying to Andy Moran, whatever you can do, Andy, I can do better. Andy is 3 from frees, 2 from play. Cillian is now 3 from frees, 2 from play. 2 stalwarts, 2 absolutely top class footballers for the clubs in their county. But I was remarking to myself that Cillian O'Connor has been quiet, but he'll step up with the big scores. Here comes Alan Dillon.
Here comes Alan Dillon is right, and
Noel Garrity gone off.
Garrity has gone off. There's going to be a substitution for Ballaghaderreen as well. Peter Kelly is making way, and Aaron Lynch, number 17, is on for the Balla.
Am I right in saying Aaron Lynch goes straight on to Cillian, or to Alan Dillon?
Yeah,
so
2 freshmen.
2 freshmen going to battle, 111-110 in favour of Ballintubber in this county final here in McHale Park in Castlebar. It's Ballaghaderreen who are in possession now with the man who's just on the field, Aaron Lynch, inside his own 45-metre line. We have 8 minutes of normal time to go. David Drake plays the ball forward now to Owen Jordan. Is back with David Drake once again. David 45 metres out from that Ballintubber goal. He's close enough to his sideline. Plays it forward to his brother-in-law Andy Moran. Andy give it back to David. David now trying to see if he can cut inside. 21 metres out. Back to Andy once more. Andy, they're going to go past the challenge of 1 and 2 Ballintubber men, but a lot of pressure being put on, and they're forcing them out once more. Now support with Cuba Callahan going to shoot in around the house. And that has gone out. It's Rory O'Connor who's there to pick it up, and they'll clear the line. That was a moment.
It was, but it was a poor shot. It was good play. It was keep ball to Ballaghaderreen because Ballintubber got between them and the goal, but then it came it was a poor shot in,
and Gareth Kelly comes across because everybody thinks it's going to drop into Brian Walsh's hands. It's coming across to Dara Kelly. He's going to get in for a goal, and brilliantly from Brian Walsh, he comes out and scoops the ball away from it at the last minute. Great chance here down the other end.
Alan Dillon involved, and the finisher there is Keelan MacDonald, and that's over the bar. That's Keelan's second point. He has certainly made an influence as he's been introduced.
He's done very well, and the other side, the old stalwart, the old Wiley Fox, the Alan Dillon, he just got on the ball. He does what he does so well. We saw Michael D early in the year against Balmullet. Everything, an awful lot of good ball comes through. He can win it. He's very aware of what's around him. If there was a man to offload to, he gave it to him. Good score.
Now 112-110 in favour of Ballintubber, and we have 7 minutes of normal time to go. Ballaghaderreen win the free, just marginally inside their own half. They take it quick. Luke O'Grady looking to play it down this near line here. A lot of pressure being put on. Cormac Doohan does well to come out in front of his man. The underdogs going past the challenge of Milo Kelly, looking to play a nice dinky ball into Andy. Andy, he's fouled by Gary Loftus, looking to take it quickly, but Jerome says I can take it.
Yeah, and the last play as well, Andy was, I think, looking for a free as well. He was looking for Gary to come close enough to him that he could get his claws into him. The pointer made, of course, the years, the years are on there with Andy, and the legs might be what they were. But I'll tell you, he's using every ounce of his cuteness at the moment, and it's a huge play to get them back into this game.
Yeah, and in fairness to him, he's having a really, really, really good game for them. There's an awful lot of ball that's going through Andy Moore, and he's out looking for it all the time. He's winning all his ball in front. This is a big opportunity, a big score.
To bring it back to a 1-point game, Andy Moore, and off his right boot, it's up and over the bar. Great score from Andy Moore. Well, he sat on the sideline in 2012 when he watched Ballaghaderreen win that county title. Of course, he was injured that year, so he'd love nothing more than really to drive his side forward and to see if they can win their first county title since 2012. Ballintubber making a change.
And Joe Geraghty is coming on. He's coming on for Miles Kelly, I'd say, by the looks of things.
Yeah, Cormac Doohan has had a good game. He's had a really good game in there. Has always been shown.
Very impressive.
Yeah, in fairness, the reason Ballintubber just have the small edge on Ballaghaderreen at the moment is possibly they've shaded the midfield in the second half.
Yeah.
But Ballaghaderreen have really done the most of the opportunities in the second half.
I was trying to mention it earlier on. We didn't get a chance because the play happened, but it sounds very simple. Both sets of forwards are on top. It's coming down to the middle third who's going to win this game.
It's Miles Kelly who's made way there for Ballintubber, and it's Ballaghaderreen who have won the free. 5 minutes of normal time to go. Ballintubber leading Balla by a point, 112 to 111. It's Aaron Lynch in possession for Ballaghaderreen. Takes a hit there and has to turn back and gives it to Cormac Doohan now. Doohan trying to spin around, beautiful play now to Aaron Lynch into the centre. He goes to find out Luke O'Grady. Luke, it's a loopy enough ball, but he gets to Ryan Lynch, and eventually Ballintubber are there to snuff it out.
Took too long to come down. Ballintubber were able to get back, and now they're breaking on the counter attack. Ballintubber with 5 minutes to go, a point up. They're right where they want to be.
Absolutely right where they want to be now, looking to send one in, but Seamus Caniff will take those ones all day long. Now Ballaghaderreen, their turn to turn defence into attack. I see the urging of the Ballintubber manager Kevin Johnson to get his side back over there on that far side. One sent in, aimed towards Cormac Doohan. He has work to do. There's a lot of pressure put on back there by the Ballintubber defence.
Line ball.
That's going to be a line ball.
Right over in the corner, yeah. It looked like Cormac Doohan was going to win that ball. For some reason, it seemed to hop over.
Yeah, it did seem to take a small bit of an unusual bounce. It wasn't a case that he misjudged it. It just took a very unusual bounce and went directly up in the air.
Because, as you've said, he's had a really good game doing now. Himself and Andy Moore have worked really well together. And it's just he got out in front. He did everything right. The ball just didn't seem to get into his hands. Himself and Rory O'Connor had the battle, and Ballintubber got the wine ball. It's right down in the corner flag at the end of the stand on the Sportland side.
I think it's Joe Geraghty that's actually down here, possibly injured. In the last play, he seemed to get maybe a stamp on the ankle or something.
Okay.
Thomas Carmody just on.
He's only on the pitch, Joe Geraghty.
Ballaghaderreen.
Yeah. I think it's Joe Geraghty. I can't see it, but I just thought after the last play out of the corner of my eye, I thought he looked like he got stamped. It was totally accidental. He got stamped on. He seemed to indicate that he was in trouble immediately.
He looks in a bit of bother down there.
Going into the final minutes, 3 minutes of normal time to go. It's Ballintubber leading 112 to 111. How's it going to pan out? I mean, we've already seen all these swings and roundabouts. It's so hard to call. Ballaghaderreen still look dangerous in their tactic.
If I knew how this is going to pan out, we'd be absolutely geniuses.
We wouldn't be here,
maybe on to Paddy.
It's impossible to tell. The one thing I think the strongest ace up the sleeve of Ballaghaderreen is Andy Moore. I think because the ball that they're getting in, they're winners in the danger area, and I think they're able to manage a fracture of score. Ballintubber haven't pulled away, but there's big gaps now in the Ballaghaderreen defence, and Ballintubber could still get a score or two.
It's Ballintubber taking that free deep inside their own half.
Brilliant from Killian.
All the way out, and Killian out in front of his man to demand possession, win possession. Coming off his shoulder, Stephen O'Malley trying to get the shot away, but the block comes in, and Ballaghaderreen are back there now in defence to try to see if they can launch an attack here now. Shiroz Akram involved, getting it forward now. It's Aaron Lynch. Trying to work it through the hands, Ballaghaderreen. Luke O'Grady back to Lynch once again, looking to see now if they can work it down this near side right in front of us, and they're bringing it forward to Cian Hanley. Hanley about 40 metres out from that Ballintubber goal. He plays it back to David Drake, and Drake is standing in his way is Diarmuid O'Connor, so he opts to give it back into the centre, aims it towards Cuba Callahan, and Cuba offloads now to Aaron Lynch. Ballintubber have their 15 players inside their own 45-metre line as Ballaghaderreen are on the attack. They're chasing this game. They're just trailing by 1 point. Could we have a draw? Thomas Carmody, man not long on the field. Andy gets involved, and now it's been dispossessed and won back there by Ballintubber. They've no man inside the Ballaghaderreen half, but Shiroz Akram has brought down a Ballintubber player, and surely we may see Shiroz going for the book here, boys.
Well, it's a minimum yellow. It's a minimum yellow. It could be more than that now, because it was a clumsy tackle, but it was also a cynical tackle. There was no way he was going to play the ball. I think it was Kieran Gavin that had gone away from. No, it's not Kieran actually.
Kieran actually was the guy that turned over Andy Moore further back.
So Pádraig O'Connor is coming on now for Ballintubber, the old dog for the hard road, as they say. He's on to replace Stephen O'Malley.
One point I will make: the last ball that went in, it was a long ball that was driven in. It was driven in for one of the Ballintubber forwards, beat everybody, but Killian straight away recognised he was behind his man. Pure cuteness. He caught David Tray, pulled him out of the way, and comes out and wins the ball. He hands it over to Young. I think it was Noel Geraghty. He handed it out to O'Malley, but he went for a shot, and Killian is screaming at him, and all the Ballintubber players have come out. They're 70 metres out. He said, bring it back, we're going to kill the game. And he did a very unusual, un-Ballintubber-like thing, and give possession back to Ballaghaderreen.
And I agree with you, Nigel. I'm surprised that Ballintubber are bringing 15 men behind the ball, because I thought they would have left one man up just for a focal point in the attack, because they get that ball, because if they turn it over down here, it's awful hard to run the 70 metres, but if there's a guy that can kick it to like Killian, they'll win the ball inside.
And it proved that last time for Killian, because Killian is playing, as we made the point, Killian is playing as well as we've seen him here. Open play here tonight.
He's been in great form. He's having a super game.
We're now into injury time. There'll be 5 minutes of additional time, and we're just into the first of those minutes, and I see a yellow card just been brandished right there to Killian.
Shiroz is still there, so it was a yellow.
He got a yellow.
Yeah.
Crowd didn't like it. The Ballintubber crowd didn't like it.
The Ballintubber crowd don't like it.
It's 112 to 111. Ballintubber leading by a point. Ballaghaderreen on the attack. We have just over 4 minutes of additional time remaining in this county final. Shiroz Akram, the man now in possession, plays it over here to this near side to captain Seamus Caniff. Shamey goes forward now with the fist pass to Luke O'Grady, trying to take on the challenge there of Ballintubber's Pádraig O'Connor, but just needs support, needs the cavalry to arrive. Gets it, Seamus Caniff now into the centre to Shiroz Akram, and Shiroz gives it now to Thomas Carmody. Carmody going to see if he can mix it up and launch one in around the danger zone, but trying to get players coming through. He's come back, it's in around the big D. Carmody's gone to the ground. Jerome Henry says play on. The ball is loose, it's anyone now, and it's going to be a free out for Ballintubber.
It's like a combination of ping pong and pinball down there once that ball spills. I was just going to remark that Ballaghaderreen were doing the right thing, running down the clock. There's 31.5 minutes gone. They've 3.5 to get a point. If they get their hands on the ball, they just need to suck out Ballintubber, easier said than done, and create one chance. If they create one chance, the referee will give them that chance to get an equaliser.
And I think the big word there is discipline, and it was absolutely brilliant from Ballintubber's point of view. The ball that comes down here, there was some players would have jumped in. Ballintubber stood the ground and said to Ballaghaderreen, if you want to kick from 50 metres out on the sideline, go ahead and do it. And they set their line, ball goes across, and again I mentioned the spider in the web, they just pulled them in and turned them over.
Absolutely. And again, this is what they want. There's a Ballintubber man down, running down the clock, 3 minutes to go. They're a point up in a county final to retain the Montclair Cup. This is where they want to be. There's no better team in the county at the moment to do this, but Ballaghaderreen are still in it. They still have a lifeline. There's only one score away. I have a feeling they're going to get a chance yet, but they've got to make sure that they don't give away another point.
Andy's getting frustrated now when he thinks Ballintubber is putting down the clock, but Jerome will look after that. He doesn't need to worry about that. What he needs to be saying to the Ballaghaderreen lads is, listen, get your hands on the ball, get it in front of me here, we'll try and manufacture a score.
If there's any team that can hold on to a ball for 3 minutes, lads, it's Ballintubber.
And that was a great clearance out to Alan Dillon from Jason Gibbons.
Alan Dillon now gives it there to Diarmuid O'Connor, and they're just entering into the Ballaghaderreen half. Diarmuid's going to launch one in to that full forward line, aiming towards brother Killian. Killian gets a goal here, back off his right boot, up and over the bar. That could have been perhaps a goal chance, but nonetheless the point is as good as anything.
Honestly, Kevin Johnson has a line in here to Dixon, because the point he's making about leaving somebody inside. I was just going to make a point. It's brilliant for Ballaghaderreen. They're saying that Ballintubber can hold on to the ball. 4 Ballaghaderreen boys works really hard to converge on Diarmuid. Diarmuid has no option but to kick in the Hail Mary ball inside, because Killian has done exactly what you said. It's probably winning the county final.
I think they need to keep a focal point up there. It's 2 points in it now. There's 1.5 minutes to go. Ballaghaderreen are going to have to get a goal if they're going to win this county championship.
That's it, and they'll have to try and dispossess Ballintubber, and that's easier said than done, as Jason Gibbons now it's with Diarmuid O'Connor going to send it inside, and Ballintubber will try and hold on to it. Killian, there's a quick 1-2 there, 35 metres out, looking at the post. He fancies it but said no, I just give it on, give it forward.
What's a free in?
Took the jersey. It was Brian Walsh was fouled, took the jersey, and now we've only just a minute and a half.
It's all about Killian. Ball goes in, exactly the same thing. Diarmuid flicks a lovely ball in front of Killian. Killian gets the ball. looks like he's going to shoot, shuffles the ball, sells a dummy to two guys, sets up Brian Walsh inside. The defender had no option but to pull Brian Walsh's jersey.
And Brian Walsh has to score, but he's having a really good game. He's having a huge influence on the game. Gets through Trojan amount of work, all for the team. Selfish type of player, good on the ball, does the right thing all the time. And again, Killian pulling the strings. I think maybe that time with nobody up, maybe it was just a passage of play where they got stuck behind the 45. But with that breeze, Ballintubber need one person up there. You could choose nobody better in the county than Killian O'Connor.
There's already an exodus of some supporters getting out a little bit earlier, minute injury time to go. But this Moclair Cup certainly looks as if it's going to be staying in Ballintubber as Killian O'Connor punts it over the bar.
Funny enough, that doesn't change things much.
No,
they need a goal anyway. They needed a goal a minute ago. They still need a goal.
114 to 111 in favour of Ballintubber. Ballaghaderreen, as the lad said, certainly need a goal, but time isn't their friend.
You'll see a foul
Time
here.
is not their friend.
In fairness, every team would do that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now they take it quickly, Ballaghaderreen into the path of Doohan. Doohan has been held up and trying to get the foul in there as Gary Loftus hold them up. Doohan turnover from Ballintubber. They've won it back there through Brian Walsh, and they've won the free, and they will take their time. Brian will be in no hurry getting up.
Yeah, frustration about it. In fairness, I think it possibly was a free. I think Gary Loftus did foul there, but it doesn't make any difference. Ballintubber, all they're going to do is slow it down, get bodies behind the ball. If Ballaghaderreen have the ball, they don't need to. They got that turnover. No matter man, Germans will look for somebody close on.
And time is up according to me now. 35 and a half minutes now. Andy Moore was demonstrating with him a while ago to add on a few minutes.
He will do that because it didn't happen.
So we're in that time now.
In that time now, and the ball is thrown in, but it makes no difference when Jeremy O'Connor is able to win a ball like that, and Ballintubber still holding on to possession. Time is up, but there may well be another minute perhaps that may be allowed for an incident a little earlier there, and it's Ballintubber in possession with Joe Garrity. They're inside their own 45 metre line. They're one of the best teams in the county, in the country, you can already say at this stage at club level in terms of holding on to possession, and there you have it.